Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this new movie, which actually comes out tomorrow, and I actually just got back from seeing a Thursday preview screening to this movie. And of course, since it's still November and it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but here in my area in the United States, but yeah, I just went and saw a Christmas movie. Yeah, it's not the best Christmas pageant ever. No, it's not that. Tonight's Christmas movie review is going to be on Red One. Yep, Red One is the new Christmas action comedy film from Amazon MGM Studios and the director of Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle and The Next Level. These are our tickets to the movie. Yeah, I actually just got back from seeing it with my dad and Uncle Charles, and so in this movie, when a villain kidnaps Santa Claus from the North Pole, an elf operative joins forces with the world's most accomplished tracker to find him and save Christmas. And and this is a Christmas action comedy film that stars Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans. And together, Chris Evans and Dwayne Johnson, like Chris Evans plays Jack O'Malley, and so together, the characters played by Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans, they go on this adventure and quest to save Santa and Christmas at the same time. And they have to try and stop this villain from destroying it. And yeah, it's pretty much almost like a typical Christmas movie, but like I said, this is a Christmas action comedy film that, yeah, I actually first heard about this movie when I was doing research on the internet about some upcoming releases that are in development. And originally this movie was gonna get streamed on Amazon Prime Video last year for Christmas 2023, but then I guess Amazon MGM Studios was thinking we should release this movie in theaters and instead release it in November 2024. And yeah, but pretty much, the basic story of Red One is pretty much almost like two guys two guys who go on this adventure to save Christmas and stop this villain from destroying it. And yeah, and of course they come across some other Christmas mythological creatures all along the way. And of course the movie also stars Lucy Liu, J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus, and Bonnie Hunt. Yeah, Bonnie Hunt is actually in the movie too. She plays Mrs. Claus. And yeah. So when I first heard about this movie, it had me the cast is actually the reason this movie interested me the most. Because this movie does have a good cast. It's got like Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, J.K. Simmons, Nick Kroll, and Bonnie Hunt. And when I heard Bonnie Hunt was gonna be in the movie, it had me very interested indeed, because some of you guys know I do love me some Bonnie Hunt, because Bonnie Hunt's always been one of my favorite actresses from the Pixar movies: A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc., Cars, Toy Story 3, Monsters University, and the Disney movie Zootopia. Yeah, Bonnie Hunt has been in some other stuff as well, like the original Jumanji with Robin Williams, and yeah, the director behind Red One also directed Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle and The Next Level. Yeah. But anyway, so my overall thoughts on Red One, I gotta say, I think Red One, I thought was a good enough Christmas movie to celebrate the holidays. And yeah, it's not even Thanksgiving yet here in my area in the United States, here in Maryland, but I gotta say, this was a good start. This was a good start to the tradition. And I gotta say, Henry Jackman's music score I thought was good and all, and Jake Kasdan, I thought he did a good enough job directing this film. And yeah, because I actually had myself an enjoyable time watching this movie, and I gotta say, even though this movie is like over 2 hours long, I think the pacing actually went by pretty quick, because I actually understood the story well, and I think when it comes to the humor in this film, I think the humor is mainly focused on Chris Evans, like Jack O'Malley's character, because Jack O'Malley does have a sense of humor in this film, but of course it's not really that kind of comedy humor you would expect, because I gotta say, if this movie had Kevin Hart in it, if they replaced Chris Evans with Kevin Hart, that would have been more hilarious and more funny. Because considering the fact that Jake Kasdan and Dwayne Johnson, they worked on the Jumanji films, like the Next Level and Welcome to the Jungle. But yeah, but of course, and there are some action sequences as well, because there is like a lot of action in this film, and there's like a little bit of humor in this film, a little bit of comedy humor from like Chris Evans, and yeah, because like I said, Chris Evans has a sense of humor in this movie, and I think the same thing would kind of go to Dwayne Johnson, but I think the humor goes more to like Chris Evans. And I gotta say, J.K. Simmons actually did a good enough job as Santa Claus, and this is actually not his first time playing Santa Claus. J.K. Simmons also played Santa Claus in that 2019 animated Christmas movie Claus, and I still really enjoy that film. And oh yeah, and of course Bonnie Hunt is Mrs. Claus, because when I first heard Bonnie Hunt was going to be playing Mrs. Claus in this movie, I was very interested in checking out this movie, and I think still after seeing this movie, Bonnie Hunt playing Mrs. Claus is still the best part about this movie, in my opinion. Because, just like I said, Bonnie Hunt's one of my favorite actresses. Yeah, and plus, she actually hasn't been in a live action film in like years. Because in modern times, Bonnie Hunt has been doing all these like voiceovers at Pixar. And yeah, at Pixar, even after the Disney film Zootopia. But yeah, Bonnie Hunt's been doing all these like voiceovers in newer films. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's really cool seeing Bonnie Hunt in a live action movie again, even on the big screen. And yeah, and I gotta say, it does have a good Christmas soundtrack as well, because it's got some good Christmas carols here and there. It's pretty much the same usual Christmas carols that play in other Christmas films. Like yeah, it does have a good Christmas soundtrack. And I'm actually kind of glad that this movie got a theatrical release, because I think when I was watching this movie, I think I can definitely picture the experience watching this film, because I think it would be more worth it to see it on a giant screen of a great old movie theater, rather than just releasing it on Amazon Prime Video for free. Of course, like last year for Christmas. I mean, they were gonna do that at first, but then they decided to release it theatrically. Also, another reason why it was delayed from 2023 to this year was because you know why, the SAG after strikes and all that last year. Oh yeah, and I also kind of like Garcia in this movie, Red One. Garcia's actually the polar bear in this film, and he was cool. So yeah. So I think the best way I can describe that Red One is pretty much almost like a fun enough movie with Dwayne Johnson, and I'm sure maybe, and even though this movie is definitely PG-13 rated, and yeah, there might be some scenes that might be fun, that might be suitable enough for kids, even though kids might actually go see this movie for Dwayne Johnson, because Dwayne Johnson has a lot of fans, including kids who love Dwayne Johnson. But I'm sure adults can have a fun time too with this movie to celebrate the Christmas holiday tradition that's coming up after Thanksgiving here in the United States. So overall, Red One was a pretty good movie, and I'm gonna give Red One 3.5 out of 5 stars. And for the trailers I got in front of Red One, I only got 3 trailers this time, but I don't mind. That's not too many. So the trailers I got in front of Red One, in front of my screening, I got The Fire Inside, I got September 5th, and Love Hurts. Love Hurts is actually that new action film that's coming out in February next year in 2025 that stars Ke Huy Quan, like the kid from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And it kind of does it looks like a decent enough watch, I think. It probably might worth checking out for Valentine's Day. And September 5th is actually this new movie from Paramount that I think it's based on like a true story on this little bad situation that was happening during an Olympic season. And I think it probably took place on September 5th that day. But Yeah, might be a one-time watch on like digital, but or it could be good enough, but we'll see. And yeah, the last trailer I got was The Fire Inside. I've been getting this trailer a few times in front of other films. Like The Fire Inside is actually that new movie from Amazon MGM Studios, and I think it's about like some sort of like an African American movie that has like, something to do with like boxing or something. It's nothing like Creed or Rocky or anything like that, because this movie is actually far different from The Fire Inside. Well, sure, The Fire Inside is far different from Rocky and Creed, because this is a different kind of boxing movie about, and of course, and The Fire Inside is also written by Barry Jenkins. Barry Jenkins, who directed the A24 film that won Best Picture, Moonlight. And yes, Barry Jenkins is also directing that Mufasa prequel film, but I'm not gonna go into detail about that. So yeah, Red One. I gotta say, if you're looking for something fun to watch for the Christmas season coming up, then I say this is a good one to check out. Yeah, I recommend checking out Red One if you're interested in checking it out to celebrate the Christmas holiday tradition. And yeah, and there is the best Christmas pageant ever that's still playing. I heard it got good reviews, but I don't know. It's like I'm not really interested in seeing it, so mm. It might be just a one-time watch on streaming or something, but even though I do have it on my watch list on Letterboxd, but whatever. So, there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Red One. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.